It's time for Let's Get Real with your host from Bob Richards and Associates, Bob Richards.
Well, Mr. Bob Richards, how are you today?
I am doing well, Michael. How are things with you?
Things are going really good. I'm just glad we get to hang out together
I do
one
too.
more time. And let's see, you are, don't tell me, you are a realtor?
You got it right this time.
Why?
First time.
It's
You got
only-
it.
It's only been 3 years.
Oh, man. Hey, mark this day.
Wow.
This was a life-changing day.
I have to say this, and for everybody who's watching, Bob, you are one of the, actually, I think you are the premier realtor in all of southern Utah, based right here in St. George.
Well, thank you, Michael.
Everybody I talk to says, Bob Richards, he's the man. When you want to list or sell your home, you're the guy that people look
We do
to.
our very best. And thanks for sharing. I appreciate that.
my
I know
pleasure.
that's very sincere and greatly appreciated. Yeah.
You've been, what, 30 years you've been doing this?
35.
Okay.
Yeah.
35.
Yeah.
I can't even count that.
I can't either.
Do people live that long?
You know.
So you're 36. You have been doing this a long time.
Exactly. Yes, sir.
Wow.
And it's been fun. All down here in southern Utah. Came brand new in '92. Didn't know a soul. Didn't know a thing. Just barely got my license. And here we are, 35
Wow.
years later, Michael.
So I
Yeah.
have some questions for you.
Sure.
We are almost halfway through this
Yeah.
new year. What's been going on the past 6 months, the past 2 quarters? What's happening in the real estate market?
Can you believe that? We're halfway through 2025.
It's
That's just unreal. I don't get it. But anyway, there is some changes that have
Okay.
gone on the last. Another thing too, Michael. The days are getting shorter. We've gone that solstice thing or
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
know a car named Solstice, but what is that? The winter solstice,
The
summer
winter
solstice.
solstice.
Yeah. And so days are getting. I hate that. I don't like the dark of winter. But anyway, it is what it is. All right, let's get back to economics.
Let's get back to it because soon it'll be Christmas.
Exactly.
So we better get this
It's
show on
getting
the
darker
road.
and darker, isn't it,
Yeah,
as we
it
speak? Okay, so I get a lot of questions from people that say, is what's happening in the country and economics there and there and there, whether it be city, town, or state, is it the same as southern Utah? Answer, no. So as you look at the market right now, say Florida, Florida's pricing is dropping substantially in comparison to really just about any other state in the country.
Really?
Number 2 is California, not number 1, but number 2. And so with all of the stuff going on in California,
You are so diplomatic.
Okay, thanks. It's dropped prices, and so I don't know that it's making homes more affordable. Yes. Is that a climate, an area that economic climate, not the temperature climate? That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
But economic climate and area of thinking, a little more on the liberal side, is that fit you to say, I want to go to California. I feel more like a fit there. Well, we're very, very, very different. We're different than Vegas. We're only, an hour and a half away in
Yeah.
drive time?
Yeah.
And substantially different from other areas. So I tell people, no, it's not the same. And here's what they should do. Turn off your TV unless you want to watch Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy or
Yeah.
Press Your Luck or whatever it might be. But news stories and news, fake news, left news, right news, whatever you want to talk about, turn it off. Do it for a week. And then call me and say, we've taken that week. Can we talk now? It's like, yeah, absolutely. Their minds, Michael, it is so tangibly different that they now have a clear mind. Their decision-making is more open. They know a direction that they want to go rather than being told what they should do and how to do and where to do and when to do, that the media is just absolutely killing them on. And
Yeah.
stick with things that are accurate and true. And I'd say that with social media, don't you think?
Oh,
That's another medium.
Oh, absolutely. I know that when in my house, when we're watching the news and when Linda's doing her social media stuff and looking at all this stuff, we're talking about, real estate, what's happening. Is this a good time to buy a house? And because of all this influx of information, which I believe most of which is fake or overblown,
Yes.
and comes from questionable sources, she's going, well, I don't know if we if this is a good time to buy a house, I think everything's going to go to crypto, or they're going to change the value of the dollar. And what's going on with all these other countries, and how's that going to affect us? Oh my gosh, look at the price of gold. Oh my gosh, look at the price of oil. It's like, okay, but you got to live somewhere.
You do.
And you know what? Let's make a decision, and then we'll call Bob. But I think we all get paralyzed because of an overabundance of information. God only knows what's true and what's not.
Absolutely right.
I think you just need to walk out the door, take a deep breath. It's a nice day.
Yeah.
It's the nice day to go buy a house. Or it's a nice day to sell the house.
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
It is. And once people get to that mentality, then that transition for them from the sell to the buy, or the buy for the first time, or whatever that looks like for people, then they're like, okay, I know what I'm doing. I know what my wants and needs are. I know what my goals are. I know what my end game is. I know what my why is. And before that time, they're like under a rock. They don't want to be anywhere. They don't want to talk to anybody. They don't want to hear the world. What is it? The chickens falling out of the sky, or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
It can paralyze people, and has and continues to do so. People that even are thinking, okay, well, I'll wait till the 2.5% interest rates come back. Yeah, good luck on that. And it's not going to happen.
Yeah, we've talked about that before.
Oh, we have.
It's not happening, guys.
No, and in fact, here's an adjustment and change. I can't say, Michael, and the people that are watching, I'm not a fan of the Fed. Chairman Powell, in my opinion, doesn't have a clue. He just does not have the resources and the availability and the decision-making possibilities to help our economy in a proactive way. He's very reactive. And so if this string gets pulled, then he'll pull this one and push this one. But he's not saying, hey, we can make this work and make it a win-win for stocks and bonds and crypto and interest rates and bond market and those kind of a thing. And I like I say, I'm not impressed. Well, the interest rates that they said, well, they're going to come down. They're going to come down. And we're going to see them go from 6.5 down to about 6, maybe 5.95. Well, great rumor, great idea, but it's not going to happen.
No.
So FHA and Fannie and Freddie have come back and said, oh, by the way, we're going to be closer to 7% now, and we may get you down to about 6.6, and on a good day, 6.5. Otherwise, we're going to continue to go up. And that's just like, okay, folks, when was the best time to buy? Yesterday. When was it too late to buy? Tomorrow. And so people have to kind of get that through their heads, that this is the time to make something happen. You got to make hay while there is hay to make.
Yeah, I agree. I know that most people, and I think it's true, that your home is probably your number one investment in your whole life.
Yeah.
I mean, it's your home, the equity you build in your home. And we generally buy a home, not just to live there, but because we're trying to build up some equity and accumulate some financial reserves that we can use to go out and do something else with, maybe buy a rental or buy something else.
Sure.
That being said, I think given the state of the world and the market right now, I think even though that's a good attitude, I think maybe we need to go back to what's the original purpose of the home. Oh, I know. It's to have a place to live for me, my wife, my family, or whoever. And you know what? If you're maybe a young couple starting out, you need to look at the home as this is going to be my home. The investment part is secondary, but we may be here for 15, 20, 30 years.
Sure.
So let's look at it with that attitude, and let's not be waiting for interest rates to come back down to 2.5, because it's not going to happen. Let's go out and find a beautiful home that suits our needs, that fits us well for our family, our kids. Maybe we're going to have a home office. I know that you've got a boat, a motorcycle, and an RV, and a helicopter. So you have to have a place that has all of that. But you know what I mean? Find a place that works.
Sure.
And enjoy your life. And when the market turns, as it always does, then maybe consider, maybe we should invest in something.
Yeah.
Is that a good attitude?
Oh
do you
my
think?
gosh, spot on. We can close this podcast right now. You're absolutely right, Michael, and I have nothing to contradict that or say, oh, not really that way. That's exactly right. And so many people are looking for dollar signs and immediate and printing money out the back patio because they're going to make a ton of money if they remodel and redo and this and that. So you know what? Understand the practicality of things. One of the other things I was going to mention today that kind of goes along with this is that I drive around, you drive around a lot, and what I see so many times are these townhomes or single-family homes that have like side yards of about maybe 8 to 10 feet between neighbors. Their backyards are probably 15 to 18 feet deep, maybe fenced, maybe not. But my point is that the exteriors kind of have a little bit different gingerbread, maybe a little bit more of a gable or a hip roof or some of those slanted kind of roofs that you see these days. But the floor plan and the overall general feel once you walk inside, they're all the same. They're all the same.
Yeah.
And it makes no sense to say, okay, if I'm going to buy one of these, and there's hundreds of others eventually that are over time going to sell, if I'm one of 10, 12, 15, or 20 that are on the market, what's going to make mine stand out? Well, because mine's in Ivins, and mine's over at the airport, and well, mine's over in Hurricane. And so that's great and all, but people are going to say price, price, and price. So they're going to drive pricing down on these
Right.
homeowners, which is really unfortunate.
Yeah.
So be wise with that.
That's a good point. Even if you're in a nice location, if they're all made out of ticky-tacky
Yeah.
and they all look just the same, you've got no unique selling point.
Yes.
Other than price. And it's scary to buy or sell anything just based on price.
Oh, it is.
Because somebody's always going to undercut you with something, Oh, well, Dave over here, he's
Mhm.
selling the same house for $5,000 less.
Yeah.
So that means Bob has to sell his house for $6,000
Exactly.
less or add a new bathroom.
Yeah,
For
or
$20,000.
throw in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
But it has to be substantial because that's where your competition and competitive value is, and that's where I see a big concern. I love that these guys are getting into a home better than rent, and so if they're
Yeah.
paying $425, $450, whatever, but just understand that on the resale aspect, watch out and be flexible. Make sure that you're selling it at the right time. Make sure it's the one that stands out the best, the cleanest, the prettiest, the whatever, so that you really can stay above what that competition might be at that time.
I happen to know that you have a delightfully beautiful home to share with us today.
Thanks.
But before we do,
Yeah,
I have a question to ask.
please.
So since we're in southern Utah, what are the hot spots in real estate right now in southern Utah
You know what? Today,
today?
the hot spot is everywhere because it's hot outside.
That's
But
true.
yeah.
Okay, and we'll be here all week, folks.
You know what, Michael? Interesting that when I first moved here in '92, Ivins was kind of the armpit of the county. It's like, oh, you live out there. Oh, there were roads that weren't paved. There was no curb, gutter, sidewalk. If we had a monsoon kind of a thing, it was just riddled with washes and things like that. So anyway, as time's gone along, this home, like this home, and many, many other areas that are favorable, this is up in an area called Grand Heights. This is up above and just north of the, just north of the I-15 area across from East Ridge where the factory stores are. This is all one level, and it's absolutely gorgeous inside and out.
That is
I'd like to show
beautiful.
you some of the details of this. So it is, like I say, all one level. We have 5 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, 24 square feet. There's not a piece of stair anywhere. So if you got a bad hip, bad knee, maybe you're confined to a chair or walker or anything of that nature, it's easy to get around. Let me show you the inside here and kind of share with you. So large open great room. The builder is actually the owner of this house, and he does a phenomenal job. I've known them for about 15, 16 years.
Yeah.
And just incredible the big building quality that he does. You certainly get what you pay for, and this type of a home, you're not going to wonder, well, what's wrong with it? If you ever find anything wrong, 2, 3, 5 years down the road, guess who shows up? the builder, and says, hey, let me take care of that for you. Because his name's on the line, his reputation's on the line, and dang it, he's just a good guy.
You want to tell us who the builder is?
Yeah, his name's Dave Van Valkenburg. Dave Van Valkenburg. And I get people information if they want to reach out to me. So here's a nice, great room. You've got the stone around the gas fireplace, obviously, the wood flooring that's there that makes it all throughout the house except for the bedrooms and the exercise room. And then right across from this, next photo, it would be our kitchen. And so this has stainless appliances, soft closed drawers, hidden pantry. That refrigerator is about as big as my car, and that's just huge and massive. A lot of food prep area that's there. Just an absolutely clean and spotless home. This is the type of seller that I absolutely love, because if I call and say, hey, I need to show it in 5 minutes, come show it in 4. I mean, it's just ready to go all the time. It always looks like this. Absolutely phenomenal.
So they're organized.
They are.
Just like what Lady talked
Absolutely
about.
Absolutely right. Yeah.
This
yeah,
is great.
Exactly. So we go to the next photo here and just kind of show, okay, it's on a corner lot. This is kind of the aerial drone from the backyard. You do have a neighbor that's down below those rock walls that are there, but does not impede your view towards the south and southwest. It's got some side yard to it, obviously, but low care, low maintenance. You vacuum the grass, basically. How hard is that? You don't have to pull out the lawnmower and drip gas. You just vacuum, and you've got the artificial grass, which I think is great. So next one brings us down
to
what we call
shot.
The money shot.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, look at that.
So under that deck that we just saw from that awning, this has a massive outdoor kitchen. I mean, everything that you need to make this a splash for people. It's got a huge dining area. You look at that cement; it's just all big. You've got fireplace that's surrounded in brick. You've got the TV up above. You've got another corner past that gas fireplace. There's another one in the corner of the home for more of your private, maybe a little bit more intimate or romantic areas there. There's also a pizza oven that's out there.
Oh my gosh.
Cabinets that have all of your storage that you need. You've got this privacy wall here that separates you between you and your neighbors, so they're not asking you, hey, how's my steak cooking? You've got all that privacy that's there that makes it just absolutely phenomenal.
This is my kind of place.
Don't you think?
And you know why?
Why?
Because it has an outdoor kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
And, Linda does not like me cooking in the house. Can you believe it?
No.
No. It's hard to believe.
Did you ever get that insurance claim from the house fire?
Actually, we did. So I guess it's a combination of smoke and grease and oil.
Yeah.
She goes, go cook outside. I want to live here.
Yeah.
Outdoor kitchen. Nobody's going to bug me.
No.
The HR director of Domestic Tranquility will be happy.
I love that.
This is a great. So where's this located again?
So this is in Grand Heights. The actual address is on, let me grab my notes here. It is 1398 Delacoro Drive.
Okay.
So it would be, let's see here, right across from the mall on the opposite side of the freeway.
Okay.
Sits up high. Just has plenty of great views. Just a nice location. Okay, we got this priced at 1,000. Yeah, I'll take it.
I'll take two.
$1,255,000, and it's worth every penny. It
Does
really
that
is.
Does that include the kitchen?
It includes the kitchen,
Oh
the
my
money shot. I'll
gosh.
even throw in the cooler that's mine.
And the sunset is free.
It's free. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's
So,
gorgeous.
anyway, I think something likes to entertain or just have a low maintenance home, just a nice area. It's got exercise room. It's got office den in addition to the bedroom. Oh my gosh, Michael, it really has it all. Yeah.
So Bob, if somebody is interested in this listing and they'd like to contact you, how can they find you?
Thanks, Michael. So I'm at Berkshire Hathaway Real Estate. We're located right in downtown St. George in Ancestor Square, right next to the Painted Pony restaurant. My number, where you can call and text me, is 435-703-8824. If you remember 703 Utah, you'll find the same guy. So that's really best. My website is buyutah.com. That's BUYUTAH.com. You've been kind enough to put my podcast on that site.
I have.
And so those are the best ways to reach me. Certainly the call or the text is best, and then we can make arrangements for showings, activity, email, whatever we need to do business together. I'd love to do so.
And I'd like to remind everyone to watch, subscribe, and share your Let's Get Real podcast, which is available not only on YouTube, but also it's on Spotify and all of the other major podcast channels. So please take a moment to watch and subscribe and share it. Check it out. Well, they're already here on YouTube. Watch all of them, and they can watch more podcasts on your website.
You bet.
Check them out on the other stuff. Mr. Bob Richards, thank you so much for joining us today.
Always a pleasure, Michael.
I will see you again next time with another exciting adventure in Let's Get Real.
This has been Let's Get Real with Bob Richards from Bob Richards and Associates. For more information, buyutah.com. We invite you to return again for another edition of Let's Get Real with Bob Richards from Bob Richards and Associates.
And we're out.
Now we're out.